Caroline here with the boys. We're pumped to be here, and we have our wins ready for you. And Jimmy Corderas with the claw. You start us off.
The claw, yes. You know what? I hate to sound like a broken record through these things, but I keep talking about how in today's generation, there seems to be this divide. It's either it has to be done this way or professional wrestling, sports entertainment has to be done this way. Old school versus new school. I thought last week on NXT, the match between Finn Balor and Adam Cole for the vacant NXT Championship was the perfect example of what I've been talking about, how old school and new school can work together and blend so well. I thought the match was fantastic. I thought it started off great. I thought it told a great story going through. And guess what? There was some old school psychology and storytelling mixed in with some new school, for lack of a better term, what a maneuver. You know, it can be done, guys. It doesn't have to be one way or another. Why did it, and again, if you haven't seen this match, search it out, go back and find it.
Well, it's interesting because it's like two different languages, you know. Let's say somebody comes from, for example, from Poland, right? They come to Canada and back home, they spoke Polish. And as the generations develop, they speak English. And it's just two different languages. It's not, maybe that was a bad example. I don't know. But the thing is, it shouldn't be old school, new school. It's just correct, you know? And the thing is, the quality of the education has been diluted because of the schools popping up everywhere, guys that never made it anywhere becoming coaches. So what we're calling new school is just actually a diluted knowledge base, or whatever you want to, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you don't want to do anything half-ass. You want to use your whole ass. What I like about the Finn Balor thing is that when he came back, he was kind of, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? He's kind of fighting everybody. And now that he's the champion, he's going to fight everybody. And I think that bodes well for everyone coming up in NXT. All those guys that are on the radar, like we've seen Timothy Thatcher fight Finn Balor. I want to see Bronson Reed fight Finn Balor. I want to see all these guys in the mid-card on the way up, or guys at the top, fight Finn Balor for that heavyweight championship. And I can't wait to see what's happening going forward. This has the chance to make everybody a star in NXT.
Yeah, Bronson Reed, you said it there. I want to see more of that guy. He posted a video where he was squatting like 800 pounds or something, like insane.
Wow.
Speaking of Finn Balor, guys, keep an eye out for an interview with him on Sportsnet YouTube, because I'm going to be talking to him later today. But for you guys now, the Aftermath TV panel, do you think Finn has looked more comfortable coming back to the NXT brand than he did on Raw or SmackDown?
I don't know if it's a comfort level. I think there's more of a mission with Finn Balor when he's going. I hate to use the term going back to NXT, but with Finn Balor there, I think his mission statement is to show people that NXT is no longer, or should no longer be considered, the developmental brand. Yes, it's kind of labeled that, but at the same time, I think their talent is good. They're an equal brand in my eyes, anyways. Just a different presentation of what they do. That's all.
I think there's always that underlying, you know, Vince likes big guys, and he's not a big guy. And in NXT, you don't have to be a big guy. So I think just that alone is kind of more of a natural fit. And I wish it stayed, to be honest. I wish it stayed clearly a developmental brand that was below, only because you need one. And if it's going to become equal, then let's have another brand underneath. You got to have a AA, AAA major leagues. Not everyone can be in the major leagues.
Yeah, there's got to be a pre-XT now. And that's the show I want to see.
Pre-XT,
I want to see pre-XT. I want to see the NXT or B before NXT.
Trademark that now. Trademark that now.
Pre-XT, guys. Trademark right now. Finn going up to the main roster, he seemed to be snake bit from the beginning. He hurt his shoulder when he won the Universal Championship, like at his first event, and he never got back to that status. Plus, we had the argument, if you're gonna dress like the Demon and the Demon can't be beat, just be the Demon all the time. Now he's not the Demon anymore. I don't care if he's ever in face paint and tassels anymore. Just be Finn Balor and kick everybody's butt.
Yeah, I totally like him just as he is, you know. The Demon was not for me anyway.
With the best entrance, I think. Finn has my favorite entrance.
I love it.
Of all time. Okay, Nug, your win has to deal with Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah. If we want to know if Roman Reigns is a good dude or a bad dude, that's the second time he has sat out the beginning of a match and showed up and let everybody else do the work. Jey Uso won that match by himself, and Roman came out and raised his hand like I was there too. It was the best. What a jerk. There's a great meme on the internet about Superman being a dick, and Superman in this situation is a real jerk. If there's any question that Roman is maybe going towards the bad side, I think he's already there.
Yeah, he's 100% there.
Yeah. And not only that, I think he's very comfortable there. I mean, this is coming off very well. And not only Roman, I like Paul Heyman in this thing as well, because he's very different than when he was with Brock Lesnar. He was very vocal, very forward, very loud. But now with Roman, he's kind of laid back. He's kind of reserved. He's got this softer tone to him, but it's also kind of nasty at the same time. And just Roman looking at the camera and staring deep into everybody's visage while Paul Heyman is talking reminds me of when I got in trouble with my dad when I was a kid. He just had to give you that look and you knew you were in trouble. Yeah, exactly. Just that look does it for me. Let Paul talk. I'm not that I have a problem with Roman Reigns speaking, but let Paul talk and let Roman do the face.
Yeah, with Brock Lesnar, he was almost kind of like the circus host, He gather around, hear ye. You want to see like a big what do you call when you hype up something?
Carnival barker, a town crier.
Yeah. But with Roman, it's more like that seedy, behind the scenes whisper in his ear and kind of have that influence on him.
It's also a bit of reverence for the Samoan dynasty that Paul keeps talking about. He's very soft tones because the leader of the tribe is here, and you should know that this man is royalty, and why aren't you all giving him the reference that he deserves? It's really great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, AC, hit us with your win.
Man, they got me all week talking about, and it seemed like this match with Asuka and Nikki James was being built up for like weeks, and it wasn't even a pay-per-view. It was just she's coming back and she's sixth time, and I guess I saw it a lot and it was across all platforms. On social media, it was really being built up, and there was a lot of just interviews and other superstars speaking up about it, and it really had a special feeling to it, and I thought that was great. And it didn't even get that big budget support marketing WWE thing. It was kind of, grassroots level build up, and I thought it was really effective. And hopefully people felt that too, and do that for other matches and make them really, something you want to see.
Well, we'll talk more about this definitely in our fails, because I know a couple of us have a lot to say about it. But I agree with you, Anthony. I think everyone right now loves Asuka. I think everyone all the time loves Asuka. And Mickie James has a very loyal following where whenever she's in a match, everyone wants to see her succeed or be given the opportunity to showcase what she has, even if it's for one last time. So I agree. The buildup of this was really exciting. Two very, very amazing superstars. But I don't want to say too much. You guys will have to tune into our fails to hear.
Well, even we talk a lot in the past about peaks and valleys, and sometimes there's a long pause between peaks. And so you think about it, like if Nikki got the title, I'm cool with that. Asuka will get it back one day. It'd be great. And if she's going to retire soon, if she's getting close to the end of her career, a little blip and a little spike in her career would be great for her, and it wouldn't hurt anybody else. She's, I'm sure she's a future Hall of Famer. And I just thought there was a feeling in the air that something special was about to happen.
Yeah,
I'm not going to elaborate because, like Caroline said, as you said, if there was that feeling in the air, but pause.
I actually, okay, we're not going to say anything else. We're going to wait for fails, but I want to give an honorable, because I'm going to talk about my win here in a second, but honorable mention was to Zelina Vega coming in and trying to get into that Raw Women's Championship picture and slapping Asuka. I love Zelina Vega, and I'm very, very excited for her to get involved in a title match, because it's time. I think she's so entertaining on the mic, on commentary, in the ring, whatever she's doing, she's versatile and talented. So I'm all for that.
She's held it together during this no fans thing. She has been the MVP of that show. Not
Agreed.
that MVP hasn't been the actual MVP of the show, but Zelina Vega has been on every show holding it together. She's been an important part of it, and it's great that she's going to get in that ring and take on Asuka.
Yeah, I
And
think
for
she's
those out there, for those out there who question her in-ring ability, do not question it. She's the real deal.
Yeah, she's from, I think, New York State. She might be like somewhere like Rochester, Syracuse, something like that. Anyway, and I'd see her as an extra for years. And I was always like, you're not hired? Like, you're pretty good and great personality. And anyway, eventually she did get hired, and she's doing fantastic. So sometimes it's a marathon, not a sprint. And she definitely held on, and now it's her time.
I'm glad
She's 4'6" though.
Oh, I love that.
Well, how can that fight Charlotte? You know what I mean?
She could be the women's version of a Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, my win. I don't know what it was about Bayley's promo, but and again, my win last week had to deal with Bayley turning on Sasha in that moment and me actually believing that she was a bad guy for the first time, like actually convinced. That promo for me, I don't know if it was because her and Sasha were away from each other when she was delivering it, but I actually really believed it. And I think that I actually really liked Bayley by herself as a bad guy, and I hope it stays that way. And I also really liked her explanation as to why she turned on Sasha in that moment, saying that if she didn't do it, it was only a matter of time until Sasha did it, which makes me wonder if the entire time everything was brewing between Sasha and Bayley, Bayley knew that it was just, seconds or a perfect timing that she would turn on Sasha. So that entire promo I loved, her reasoning I loved. I'm hoping that the two of them don't really see each other for a little bit until maybe like a pay-per-view, and kind of give us like a little bit of a break, because now we know, I don't really know if there's ever like coming back between the two of them after everything Bayley's done and said. So the next time they meet, I kind of want it to be at a pay-per-view, it to be a big deal. And I really, really am looking forward to where Bayley goes with this character, because now I'm sold and I'm invested and I really, really enjoy it.
I don't know what more to add to that. I think you hit the nail on the head. Like I said last week too, when you brought this up, that I was having trouble buying into Bayley as that villainous character. I'm not having a problem right now.
Yeah, it's just like Seth and Monday Night Messiah. Seth's been there for a long time to find his role, and Bayley's been there quite a while too. But this is her role. This is her character. She's bringing it to life in a convincing manner. I look forward to seeing the future of it.
How the future rolls out for Bayley, we can look at the past for clues. Bayley cost Sasha her title. Bayley tapped out in the match, costing Bayley and Sasha their tag team titles. Bayley has a match against Nikki Cross coming up, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Sasha finally cost Bayley that title in that moment.
Ooh.
So many storylines. All right, Aftermath TV fans, let us know your wins. Tell us what you liked. And don't forget to do Jimmy's Got His Claw. Don't forget to tune into our fails, because we're about to talk about them and we're really excited. Hint, Asuka and
Fired up.
Also, tweet us using the hashtag AskAftermath, because we all want to hear from you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay healthy and stay safe.